Last time on Dragon Ball Gaiden, the tournament finalists had been training under Mr. Popo for 3 months, and in that time their abilities had grown significantly. But, fearing that may not have been enough, they put off their training in order to investigate the upcoming threats. Although they could not observe this mysterious entity directly, they could use the Lookout's pendulum room to find their allies. By searching the pasts of Amon, Dais, Cacao, Raisin, and Loxay, the backup team discovered that their main enemy was none other than Tellus, a surviving Saiyan who sought to use Earth as nutrients for the Tree of Might. With Mr. Popo now unsure of the team's chances, he has turned to an old test to quickly raise the team's power. Once again, illusions of the Saiyans Shorty and Scarface emerge in the pendulum room. The B team's training resumes now.
Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's so much to be found. We can find paradise. All we have to do is go, free your soul. Mysteries about, made of a deep energy. Flows all around, but I will go fearless and free. I'll give you strength, you give me love. That's how we live. Courage won't fade. When you're with me, my enemies will never win. We'll fight for love and glory. We will live to tell the story. There is nothing we can't live through. Nothing ever dies. We will rise again. Don't stop, we're in love now. Don't stop, keep your spirit loud. Right upon the wind, all we have to do is go. Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's so much to be found. We can find paradise. All we have to do is go, free your soul. Dragon soul.
The B team tests their training, surpassing the Saiyans.
They start saying, well, you don't look like you're from this planet. Hey, Scarface, I think they're mercenaries. Scarface said, yeah, I guess those people thought these clowns could protect them. Hey, and then he glances over to Scooby-Doo and starts screaming.
Man, I thought I got away from that by coming to this planet, but now...
He was here! They immediately open fire.
Yeah, that's expected.
So,
It's a weird way to pronounce bouillon.
Saying that name like you know what it is, Yora, I don't think you know what I am.
I do a sweet kickflip all the way.
I'm just gonna open my mouth and absorb the power, the energy beams they throw at me.
well, this is increasing the intensity of your training. So, remember everyone's favorite tool, scale?
Uh-oh.
These guys are also one scale above you.
You know, for a guy called Shorty, he is pretty big.
That's the joke.
It's an ironic nickname.
The Shorty is the tall one. But
Since we're supposed to lose, I'm gonna try and defend by just not being there.
Win,
Excellent. Good.
Get owned.
You can't see me!
well, I was going to have Starface attack Majin Buu or Scooby-Doo, but I guess I can have him attack Fancy now that you give me that defense roll.
Trips in front of him.
Or, what did you say you were doing, Jenner? You kind of
I'm trying
talked
to
over.
just not be there. I'm just not there. I've left,
You are very there.
but I'm very
Also,
there.
This isn't a battle you have to lose. I just want to make it difficult.
Also, Saiyans love battles where they lose because then they get stronger.
Yeah, you should be hyped about this.
Yeah.
Ouch. I'm wrecked.
I'm not actually going to use... Well, no, I am using scale. This is a 6 difference.
So that's
Jeez.
8 stress.
You might want to
Right.
reroll.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I don't know if it'll be better, but sure, I'll try and
You
do
can
It would be
it.
better than a -2.
Yeah.
You're a rowdy
And
Saiyan.
you can also change your approach, right?
Can I?
If you justify it by changing your action, yeah.
Oh, well.
And I'll ignore that because you jumped the gun instead of letting us explain the rules.
Okay. So when you
So,
reroll, you can change your approach.
Yeah.
You basically say
As long as
like
you justify
how.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, you try to sneak away, they spot you, what do you do instead?
Lift up a panel like from the ground, and
One of the floppy clocks.
yeah, one of the floppy clocks, and I just fling it at them.
Alright, that sounds forceful.
Yay!
Dang.
Okay, so,
So that's 6 on
That
6.
I rolled a 4. I
Six
can
on
add a
six.
1 because of scale to make it a 5.
Okay, it's 5.
Then I can shift harm to +2, so I can take your first stress box.
Ouch.
And with that, Shorty is going to try and kick Scooby-Doo out of the arena. I can't deal with Majin Buu right now.
Nope.
This is going to be forceful.
I'm going to cleverly make myself really sticky and just adhere myself to his leg.
Alright, so
Ooh.
that's essentially a 6. Mine is. Yours is still a 4. So right now I can take your second stress box.
Yeah, I'll take that second stress box. Can I go next?
Sure.
Okay. Now that I'm adhering to him, I'm going to shock him because I have electricity powers, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I get a +2 to attack sneakily by shocking my opponents when they least expect it.
You
Alright.
would expect it a lot right now.
Oh,
He doesn't expect it. He doesn't know Majin Buu is a Pikachu.
Yeah. So that's technically a 3.
Alright, well, the only way he could have avoided this was by being careful, which is his worst stat, so you said that's a 3?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a fate point on always up to no good to bump that up to a 5.
Alright. Because it just so happens, I can add a 1 to my defense roll and then shift your harm down too. So if that was a 3, it would have done nothing, but since it's a 5, it now does 2. And you know what? I say these guys have the same deal as Willow. 4 stress boxes and a consequence box.
Quick, Yor, do something clever.
Well, I might not do something clever, but I'm immediately going to charge towards Scarface, and I'm going to stunt this, so I'm technically not aiming for anything that, like, physically vital, but I am going for the eyes, because there's a scouter and also eyes there, and eyes are pretty vital, I think.
Do you know what a scatter is?
No, but it looks important, and again, eyes there.
Mr. Popo told you during the training.
Oh,
Okay. Alright, so that's a 6.
So you're going for the eyes, so Scarface is just going to try and catch your blade with his bare hands.
Oh,
Yours
jeez.
is a 6, so
There's a good roll.
I will knock that down to 1 stress box by giving myself a +1. Because I don't want to make it just be like, ha, that does nothing. That sure is fun, isn't it?
Sounds like a Dragon Ball villain.
God
Alright.
damn it, you said that, now I gotta do it. He stops the blade dead cold, you do no stress damage.
Alright, 2B, you go next. You haven't really done much.
Alright, I am going to create an advantage. I'm going to roll first. I'm going to use Clever to create an advantage, and I get +2 to Clever create an advantage.
Alright, well, what are you doing?
I am shooting the slow down orb at these guys from,
Alright.
From Pod. That's a 3.
It's a 3, so that's a success. So I'll add in the advantage.
They are time dilated.
Time
So that's
is
the next
fucked.
remote of her panty.
I mean, this seems like the most appropriate place to do it.
Yeah,
While it's fun.
it's actually stronger here.
Alright, a panty you go.
I'm gonna also create an advantage by tearing. Since I now know that we can pull up the floor, I'm gonna pull up the floor around them to make difficult terrain. I guess that's also forceful.
You gotta walk around the clock tonight.
Yep.
Or fly.
Oh yeah, they can do that.
Alright, that also succeeds. It's not really clear where the floor is already, so to make it like even less clear, it's just completely going to ruin their day.
There's floppy clocks everywhere.
So difficult terrain.
Yep. And then
And with that, we should
go
be at
back
the
to
top
the
of the
top.
order. So
Yep.
I'm gonna have Scooby-Doo go first.
I see how
I'm
it is.
What I'm gonna do, I'm attached to a Saiyan. Saiyan's got lots of power. I want that power. I'm going to power up by leeching off of him.
So you're gonna power up.
Yes.
All right. Do the power up roll.
That's a 1.
Power up once.
Womp womp.
This is going to set a terrible precedent, but because you explained that you were absorbing parts of the Saiyan's power, I will give you 2.
Yay! Yora, do something.
Okay,
Cowards,
so
all of you!
all right.
Lives end.
I'm going to create an advantage. I flash back to that one time I hit Krillin, and it didn't seem like it did anything, but I noticed something weird happening with his body, and I just have not been able to replicate that again since then. So
This guy is about Krillin size, right?
I am going to attempt to pull off my new move, Key Strike, again. This time I'm going to roll quick. Yora pulls her blade away and does like a quick slash that initially won't seem to do anything, and honestly, given my luck, probably won't in the long run. Now 3 is actually pretty good.
Alright, so you now have the advantage, destroyed key.
Yep, well, delayed Key Strike, so basically, like, eventually he will just suddenly kind of...
Oh, you fisted
Burst.
a North Starred him.
Yeah, that's sort of it.
And, you don't have to decide which Saiyan it is, just whichever is most appropriate.
Yep.
Later on. Or you hit both, but it only affected one, and we don't know which one yet.
Alright.
Or we could spend fate points and affect both.
Now who's up?
Alright, do I want to make Loka more angry, or do I want to give us a chance? Well,
Make him angry.
alright, let's see. So Scooby-Boo's gone. Let's go Panny.
Alright. Let me take a look at the advantages. Alright.
3 advantages now. This keeps happening.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go after Scarface first. Now that I'm gonna bounce off, I'm gonna I keep relying on forceful, but it's like my best stat.
You should, that's how the game works.
Grandfather Vegeta is saying in your ear, just beat the shit out of him, come on.
Yeah, I'm going
I don't
to,
even remember those 2 Saiyans. Who cares?
I'm going to bounce off of some of the difficult terrain and just drill, like do the drill, like drill punch into Scarface.
So you're like spinning around.
Yeah.
Spinning Saiyan missile, go! Christ. Yeah.
That's
so
a
this is
6.
Scarface.
It's a 6 if my pride is on the line.
Your pride is
I mean, you're
always
fighting
on the line.
Saiyans. You gotta show who's top boss.
Yeah. You're royalty and you're facing these low-level mooks.
Don't let those plebs put you in your place.
Well, they can't.
Alright,
because
They
I'm
don't
royalty.
even have vegetable names. Like, come on.
Because this is dealing with the terrain, that would require a careful roll, which I don't have any advantage. He doesn't have any pluses in. So that was a 6.
Yeah.
So my 2, I can add 1 and then shift your harm down 2, so you take his first stress box.
She also has advantages she could tap.
Yeah. Could I tap the difficult
Oh, you're gonna-
terrain?
Tap difficult terrain, so that will make it a 3.
Yeah. And then I guess they're time dilated, so I drill into them really like multiple times.
Alright, there goes 2 advantages, and you hit Scarface's first consequence box.
All right.
Let me edit those.
Sorry
That's
for
my girl. Way better than my first progeny.
Way better than my worthless son. Allow me to introduce my granddaughter.
She's almost as good as my son, who's almost as good as me.
Alright, who's up?
I'm gonna be a coward and go with 2B.
Well,
You're
we're
gonna
dead after this turn.
go 4 times.
It's fine. I'm going to create another advantage. I am going to forcefully just spray them with suppressing fire.
Oh, also, what's Scarface's
Consequence.
consequence? Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, consequence. Drill punch. Gaping hole in his chest.
Yeah.
It's
That's
spreading,
cool.
you know.
That's cool.
Saiyans are very susceptible to that kind of disease, you know.
God damn it.
I'm just spraying them and covered with suppressing fire from pod.
Alright, that succeeds. That creates an advantage with 1 use. So I'm suppressing fire.
I could do this all day. Literally all day. No limit on it.
Alright. So, after this horrible besiegement that these two have faced, Shorty yells, "Alright, I've had enough of this." And then he vanishes into the shadows. He's going to try and create an advantage.
Can I roll
just kinda
against
fall
his
off?
advantage?
Well, he's going to try and blend into the back of the room so that he can be anywhere at any time. So let me see what this is.
Oh, he forgot to hide his power level.
Let me look at his aspects as I debate spending one of my common pool fate points. He is a sadistic Saiyan, and he wants to draw this out and not get caught like a dumbass.
That's kind of
reroll
redundant,
that.
isn't it?
What?
Sadistic saying.
No,
It's kind of redundant.
Panty's
Don't
nice.
coexist.
That's racist.
Panty is nice.
I'm just saying.
Things is that
Eh.
Saying. Again.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, no.
So now, honestly, because this advantage is limited in scope, in that only Shorty can really take advantage of it,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna let that succeed with 2 uses because something tells me he's not gonna survive to see both of them.
He's still got a consequence.
Though Starface has the consequence. Oh yeah, I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
he
now.
doesn't have a consequence, rather. Yeah. However, I'm supposed to word that.
All right, and then let me remind myself what this name is called. Kanko-sen. Scarface fires off his finger beam at Yora.
Okay,
no.
well. Yeah, you do your roll, and.
All right, so this is just overwhelming firepower.
Yep. Oh, God, are you going to get 3 pluses again, or 4 this time?
Plus 3. So
All
3.
right.
And by that I
Possible
mean it's
to
6.
Okay, so I have a stunt for using my climb sickle, so I'm going to attempt to cleverly defend by basically leaping, climbing up a clock, and then just bounding off of that and parkouring as much as I need to get out of the way of this. So,
You yell parkour as you're doing it.
okay, so that's also a 6.
All right, so that's a tie.
Do I want? I don't think it would be worth it to.
Actually, it wouldn't be a tie because I shift the harm and not boost the roll, so it's not a tie.
Okay, so I
It's
get
just-
out of the way.
Even if I shifted the harm, I couldn't take any stress boxes.
All right.
So while you're running around, as you leap from one clock to the next, Shorty jumps out of the shadow and kicks you in the face.
Oh, geez.
And this is a sneaky attack. Man,
Oh, geez. Okay, so I guess really all I can do is just quickly avoid that. So.
He only kicks the after image.
Which
won't it?
Oh no.
So
So
that's
you
a
get
5 to
+1.
4.
Yeah. So I can. I'm going to add a. I'm going to tap highly trained ninja to add a +2 to this. So
So I can shift my harm +2, so it goes from a -1 to a 1. It
So,
doesn't
yeah.
die, but it does let me take stress boxes.
Yep. So, as your quickly rebounds off another clock as quickly as possible, even her good reflexes don't prevent her from getting a slight kick to the face.
Wait, shit, hold on.
So that's
I'm
fine.
using my advantage striking from the shadows because I forgot to use it.
Okay.
I need to be meaner. These fights need to have more stakes to them. So that's 6 to 6, and then I can boost my attack +1 and my shift +2, and hit your 3rd stress box, unless you want to use an advantage.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Going once, going twice.
Do you mind if I use up suppressing fire?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So, he's going for his attack, but 2B's fire is preventing him from just going into the strike easily.
Alright, so in the end, I still take your 1st stress box.
Yep, but it's not 3. Okay.
Hey everyone, guess what? I lied in the last episode. I'm not finishing all these before I upload them. I already uploaded the previous episode. Hopefully, though, I should be able to finish this one, relatively quickly, so that, it's not 10 months after the previous upload. That'd be nice, huh? What if these were actually timely? But hey. It was just, it took time between seasons, We just had to have a long break. That's totally it. Anyway, so if you're wondering where you can catch these episodes, well, not these episodes, we're done with Dragon Ball Gaiden, but hey, if you want more tabletop stuff from us, we stream just about every week at twitch.tv/Batalisk at about 8:30 or 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I should add. And if you want to catch the VODs, those will be somewhere on the LP zone. That's lp.zone. Miscellaneous stuff we do goes in the We Stream Games thread under Streams. And main campaigns are in the Let's Play section. And wouldn't you know it, at the time I'm recording this mid-roll, we're still on Blades in the Dark. It's been a while, but Breadmaster's doing actual school stuff. He's a graduate, so he's not been super available. So we've been sitting on the last episode for a pretty good long while by this point. Whoops. But hopefully we'll be finishing that soon, and once we're done with that, you should probably keep a lookout for some kind of thread by Loka about Henshin. That's probably what we're going to be doing next, but I can't predict the future, so I shouldn't say that for certain, in case something else happens. Who knows? Next off, the music credits, which should be a lot easier than last time, huh? Now that I don't have to go over a whole debacle about the soundtrack. If you want to know about that, listen to the previous episode, which you should have done already. So, the main theme is Dragon Soul, specifically the Brina Palencia version. The credits theme is Yeah Break Care Break. And pretty much the rest of the music is from the Dragon Ball Kai soundtrack, or the final chapters one. Again, it's specifically the final chapters. I don't need to say why it's not the rest of the Kai soundtrack. I covered that last time. There'll probably be less miscellaneous music that I'll forget to cover in this episode, though, because, last time there was Metal Gear Solid music, there was some Metroid Fusion in there, Sonic and the Black Knight at one point. As it turns out, it might be a bad idea to record these mid-rolls before I finish editing, because sometimes I just have dumb ideas. In fact, that's most of the time. Though that being said, you haven't seen all of my dumb ideas yet. Just wait till the Crusher Core. Oh boy, wait till the Crusher Core. You're gonna think I'm fucking 13 years old. I'm gonna AMV the hell out of that episode. Sorry, those episodes, plural. But with that, I think that's all I want to go over at the moment. Yeah, I talked about the stream, talked about the VODs, talked about the music. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue uploading these. Maybe keep an eye out for some Monster Hearts, because I keep threatening to have episodes of Monster Hearts done. Monster Hearts is the first recorded thing we did as a group. And I do want to have that up a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll get to the end of the initial run of Dragon Ball Gaiden episodes, and then I'll loop back and do Monster Hearts. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. But hey, that's not me updating you, that's me musing about stuff. I do that way too often in updates. I'm just hey, what about this thing that could happen that has not happened and might not happen? So I'm just gonna leave you to the rest of the episode.
Alright, Scarface, I was distracted because he is the small one, noticed that covering fire sure was useful to you, so he goes to take out the source and fires another finger beam at...
Wait,
What attacks are you getting?
What?
Scarface already moved this turn, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nope, Shorty created an advantage, Scarface moved, then went back to the top of the order, and Shorty went. And now Scarface is going.
Alright, fine, but next turn we're gonna kick your ass.
I need to hit at least one consequence box. You fuckers are rolling too well.
He's shooting a powerful beam at me. Powerful raise.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Does that mean someone's gonna struggle with a beam?
Well, it depends what he rolled before I decide this.
You could totally take on a 2.
Yep. I am going to forcefully fire a beam back and attempt to outlast his beam.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, good
That's a
start.
6.
God damn it.
Good start, good start. Okay, so you can
I hate
definitely
this.
add delayed key strike still has
I'm sorry, I
use.
just like this. Like, I'll take this, and then his arm just suddenly explodes. Oh no, my key!
Yeah, I'm gonna use that and make it an 8.
Scarface the one that already had a consequence take?
Yeah. Shouldn't have attacked us with the one who had a consequence text.
So Scarface turns onto B, goes, "Ha! I've got you now," and then just explodes.
And I just shoot like a much larger beam than his shitty little finger beam.
The sword registers and his arm is lopped off that he was trying to shoot the beam with, and he's just So yeah, mark all those advantages that you just ticked.
Do I take him out then?
Yeah, he's vaporized. He's gone.
Man. Yes, there's just a pair of boots left.
Yeah.
Wow, that didn't seem too bad.
My attack did have an effect.
Man, Saiyans are nothing to fight, huh?
Hey, fuck you!
No offense.
Say nothing to fuck with.
Look, you're supposed to come back from that if you want to get stronger, right?
Fine.
I don't think he's come back from that. I say as I look at just the 2 feet sitting on the floor, smoking.
One
Fine.
falls over.
Scooby-Doo just kill Shorty, we can all go home.
All right. I'm gonna turn on Shorty and leap at him, and I want to eat him.
Y'all are fucked when I bring Tullis on these scale 3.
I don't think that you can actually eat him. He's like a phantom.
He's not real. You can absorb the memories.
I guess you can still do it.
Hey, I'm gonna basically grapple with him and just try to crush him, or like restrain him. Let's see if that's flashy. And I have, what was it, 2 power-ups ready?
Yep.
Yeah, so that can go up to 7, but first,
Let's see what his defense is first before I spend them.
he is trying to sneak back into the shadows. He's having a hard time of it.
This
Because
is
you're grappling him. But he's going through sneak attacks first of all, so you gotta sneak.
Oh no.
Stupid! I'm re-rolling that. Sadistic Saiyan, here we go. Oh, +3 if this is...
So you rolled 2, so that's a 3 instead of a
Roll 20! This was supposed to be a tough fight!
Oh, we're sorry about that.
Don't be, that's how this goes. Look,
I didn't even power up. I just
At some
blasted
point-
with a powerful ray.
Hey,
at some point, you all are fucked.
You know what, Shorty? You're not the first Saiyan I've killed.
What?
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 Anyways, that... God damn it. That's 7 to 2. I can bust it up to a 3, which means it's a 4, and then I can knock down 2. So that would take his second stress box, but that's already ticked.
So it goes up to his 3rd.
Right. Also, did you use an advantage? Do you have any advantages left?
I don't
He's
know.
got his power-ups, but
I
I
just
don't
got
think
You
them.
already
we
used them.
don't
I was
have
thinking
any
that.
free advantages.
Right, I was taking that into account.
Hey, I'm gonna spin a fate point on Key Strike. He also got Key Struck.
My god. That's a technique of mine.
Alright,
I
so
think
that
I've honed
third
it.
stress box. Who's going next?
Hey Panty, you wanna finish this guy off?
I'm always finishing them off. I'm gonna create an advantage and let the next person finish them off. I
Vegeta
don't-
in your head is going, no!
I know. I know, but I don't want to be the star of every
No,
freaking
Grant,
session.
don't. He's like tears in his eyes.
No, he doesn't cry.
I mean, technically speaking, couldn't you invoke something for a fate point?
Oh yeah, you could compel her Saiyan
Yeah,
cry.
compel.
I'm not gonna force her to fight.
But that's a
Yeah,
Saiyan
please
thing.
wreck me. Here's a fate point.
Yeah, actually, yeah, she could destroy him outright, and probably should destroy him outright. But instead, she should toy with him, right? And I should get a fate point for that.
Well, a true Saiyan would let him get to his strongest he can be, which he's already at, so I can't really invoke anything.
Boo.
He's not gonna turn super shorty.
What was
Alright.
that, Jeff?
Holy shit, if you would let me replace your turn with a power-up roll for Shorty, I will give you a fate point.
That's something Vegeta
That's a
would do.
Saiyan. Shorty says, like, if I just had a chance to fight at my full strength, you wouldn't even be here right now. And you responded, oh, is that true?
No!
I'd like to see that.
No!
Vegeta,
Stop laughing at me.
my power level is huge. It's just cold in here.
It's like, alright, time for my power-up scream.
Vocal fry is terrible for Saiyans.
So he gets one power up. Who goes next?
I've got them on the ropes now.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
I love dying and being dead.
I haven't gone yet.
I don't think I have either.
I get to pick, right? I'm gonna pick.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Yora.
Okay. So I see him powering up. I'm just gonna go for the jugular, honestly.
Just, here we go.
Here I go. I got my sword. I got my quick roll. Here we go. That's a 7.
Oh boy.
Again, he's going to try and fade out into the shadows. So you
That's
rolled a
7.
7.
B4.
I got a 3. I can make that a 4, and I can shift the harm down 2, so you can take the first stress box.
Is that all the stress boxes filled?
His third one's not been ticked yet.
Spend a fate point. Get more points.
Yeah, I only have one left, but I'm gonna use it. Highly trained ninja. Going into the shadows isn't gonna help you. That's all what I'm all about.
Hey, get out of here. That's my spot.
He hides in the shadows and you follow me. He's just, oh shit!
He hides into the shadows. You're already there.
Get the same
I was
time.
born in the shadows.
So, there's his third stress box.
Yep, I slash him in the neck.
Unless 2B
He's
assists,
got-
in which case I will hit the consequence box, and 2B can't go this turn.
Okay, how does 2B help? I slash
how
his
do you
neck,
help?
and then
I shout at him and I say, I cannot believe a noble Saiyan would hide in the shadows like a coward.
Oh,
dang, pride
Oh,
damage.
He yells, I'm not a noble Saiyan, I'm a warrior! But to do this, he steps out of the shadows.
Scooby-Doo is still like clinging to him, and he just like goes, "Oh, you got told."
Even Pansy's like, damn!
Why are you like this? He starts crying a little bit, but he covers it up. Alright, Laura, who's going next?
Alright, well, we're at the top of the turn order again since 2B went, but a certain someone's latched on to Shorty right now. Also, what's his consequence? Just slash neck or something?
Blood loss.
Consequence blood loss.
Alright, so yeah, Scooby-Boo, go, get him.
I'm going to pull him apart bit by bit, anatomically, cleverly. Not great.
Alright, so this time he is going to try and just pry you off of his goddamn leg. For fuck's sake, you have not left since the start of this fight. Maybe if I stop using my best bonuses, I'll actually roll better. Maybe roll 20, just let me.
4 minuses.
It's not a Yamcha roll, but it is a
So
bad
you
roll.
rolled a 2, I rolled a 1, I can bump that up to a 2, and then... So the attacker gets a boost. So you get a boost from that, write that down. I can't shift that away.
Well, I haven't spent anything yet. Do have 1 fate point left.
I can negate the use of that fate point with my shifting harm.
I could re-roll and get a better roll.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to, instead of just trying to pull them apart, I'm going to, like, anchor myself to the to like the floor and stuff, and just like pull as hard as possible in all directions and be clever about it. And I'm using my malleable body aspect to spend this fate point. That's better.
Alright, so I got a 1, I got a 2, and I can shift harm down. So that's 0, and it's not a tie. Unless that was a stunt and I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it wasn't a stunt.
Alright. It doesn't work, you can't do harm to him, but you are still attached to him, son of a bitch. Can't get rid of you. Who's going next?
Yora.
Let's see. I guess in this case, I'm just gonna risk it, and I'm going to attack with a key strike. I'm still going to attack with quick since that's my best stat, but I don't get a stunt for this. Just gonna try to cut his key right out.
Alright, he's going to try and copy Scarface and just grab the blade forcefully. Stop the
He
attack
goes
himself.
right through his fingers. Oh!
Oh no, that's not good. I can't really do anything about that. I have no fate points, and there's no
So I can add
invokes.
a 1 and make that a 4. Nothing happens.
Yep.
And you don't tie, so no boost for you.
All right, so gee, he looks like he's getting pretty strong. He's powered up now that he's far stronger. Hey, Panties, he looks perfect to fight. You should fight him.
Can I go and make an advance first, please?
Yeah, please. 2B, go first.
Okay.
Alright. I am going to.
Shorty's screaming cowards over and over again.
Yeah, I'm going. Is he visible right now? Can I see him? Where is he?
Yes, he's over here.
I just gotta zoom out.
He has a dog attached to him.
Create an advantage by engaging him in like the punch combats, like happens in Dragon Ball when no one really gets hurt or anything. It's like flying around, punch each other. Like,
Yeah.
punch the punches.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do this. I think flashy. I got a 3.
So
All right.
basically, he's holding a blade in one hand, he's punching with the other, and he's just got a dog attached to him, and he has to deal with that.
Alright, I'm giving this advantage to name 3 frames of animation.
That's a good name.
It's got 1 invoke. Alright, here we go. Sigh and draw my hands of steel. Stance, twisting the sword in my hands and charge forward and just plunge the sword up into him and then carve up, cutting him in half. Hopefully. We'll see. Ooh. I'm gonna spend a
He's
fate
just
point to
gonna have-
reroll that. Well, let's see what you roll first, but I'll probably spend a fate point to reroll that.
He's just gonna have to tank this because he can't sneak away like this. Jesus. Get everyone on his ass.
Yeah, I'll spend a fate point to reroll that. There we go.
Holy shit, that's a 7.
That's a spicy roll right there.
Just throw that advantage you got from 2B and make that a 9.
So 7 to 3,
Consequence.
4 to 7 with my +1, and then I can shift it down, so I will take the first stress box right now.
Is your pride on the line, Panty?
I did let him charge up, and he has been calling me a coward. I would say my pride is in the line, so that is a 9.
So that's a 3.
I will spend a fate point to invoke his consequence.
Blood loss. He is bleeding from the neck.
He's bleeding from the neck. He's
He
already.
could have tanked it, but he already lost so much blood
He's-
to begin with.
he's
He can't
already-
afford to lose any more.
Well, he's already cut there, so the sword just slashed
Oh,
right
Jesus.
through.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not a. His last words are I'm not a.
And then
So remember when you felt bad for the Z Fighters for getting their ass kicked by these guys? Now I feel bad for these guys.
And then, if need be, I will use the free invoke of 2Bs, of 3 frames of animation to finish him off, if need be.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do to prevent this from happening. As the 3 of you hold him in, this makes it look like it's more tough, like a tougher fight than it was. As the 3 of you hold him in place, Panty frantically strikes him down.
In fiction, it was a tough fight.
Yeah, that. Shorty was the tough fight. Scarface was a chump. Look at this dumbass. All right, well,
2 Saiyans. I bet we can take 1 space pirate Saiyan on. No problem.
as you take him down, you hear,
Very impressive.
"Well
Alex.
done."
Sorry. Go on.
Do you throw Saiyans at every person you're training?
Not everyone, only the ones who need it.
What about Yamcha's group? Did they get a Saiyan?
He just sort of smiles.
No, they got
Cut
like
to
a
them
bear.
screaming.
They got like a
Serenely.
bear.
A bear, is that what you said?
Yes, they got like a bear. They had to fight a bear.
Krillin is still screaming.
Well, those guys
I'll
were pretty
admit.
tough, but like we just had to fight them at the same time.
We used our teamwork to come out on top. Candy says, wiping the blood off of her sword and sheathing it.
As you say this, Bobo says, "And do you think that'll work against turtles?"
Well, we'll have to beat up his minions or whatever first, but yes.
If your goal is to outnumber them, I'm afraid that's not how math works.
Again, that's where the taking the other chumps out first comes into play.
Yeah, I mean, wait. Are you trying to get us to find a fifth?
No, I simply think you need to learn how to fight enemies that outnumber you.
Well, I guess. Oh
And
no!
with this, Bobo vanishes, and I'm not gonna do this fight.
This fight
This
does not
is
go
just-
well.
This is just like the setup for what the rest of the training looks like. Is just too many Saiyans.
So many Saiyans.
So next session isn't gonna be. Next session isn't gonna be this fight. We're gonna start Triomite proper. But I wanted to end on.
It just ends. All 6 Saiyans fly towards us as the camera pans up and just
And I the tiger starts playing.
just violence.
Nobody gets to defeat Yora but me! I scream as the end.
The B Team's trials promise to be grueling, but they will pale in comparison to the threat that's quickly approaching Earth. Don't miss the battle that could change history on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Gaiden. This is Yora reporting in. The Crusher Core will be landing soon. We prepared all we could, so now it's time to see just what they're made of. We've got to use all the techniques we've learned with no mistakes. Won't be an easy fight. Next time on Dragon Ball Gaiden. And so arrives the fated day. The Crusher Core leaps into action. I'll give it my all.